Hey, what's up guys? My name's BrainBean. Thanks for joining me again for another video. Now today I'm bringing you guys another budget keyboard, and this one comes in at just $40. And it has a layout that's a little bit different than what you might be used to seeing. So join me as we take a look at the Drevo GRAMR. The Drevo GRAMR is an 84-key mechanical gaming keyboard with a rather unconventional layout. Referred to as a 75% keyboard, it's essentially a 10-keyless design that's way consolidated down, eliminating any unused space on the board. It can take some getting used to, but once you're familiar with the layout, it starts to feel a lot more natural. The GRAMR is a fairly heavy keyboard, especially for its size. Its construction is comprised of a plastic case over a metal backplate, and it feels incredibly sturdy and offers very minimal flex. The GRAMR features 24-key rollover, which in almost all cases is more than enough. The underside of the keyboard has 4 very large premium feeling rubber pads and 2 heavily rubberized extendable legs to ensure that this keyboard isn't going anywhere during use. There's also a cable routing system, so you can run the GRAMR's braided cable out the left, right, or center of the keyboard, keeping your desk nice and tidy. I also like that the cable fits in this system nicely. Sometimes with these kinds of routing systems, the cable can get pinched or damaged when trying to get it to fit. Now, for 40 bucks, I don't fault this keyboard for only coming in white backlighting. Sure, I would have liked to have seen the ability to change between a few colors, but realistically, having backlighting at all on a mechanical keyboard at this price is good enough for me. Fortunately, the GRAMR does go even farther than that and tries to make the most of its white backlighting by offering a few lighting effects. You can save up to 5 custom lighting setups or just toggle between a few of the presets like breathing, which pulses the lights on and off as in inhaling and exhaling. Yep, just like breathing. Reactive, which causes the keys to light up for a few seconds after being pressed. Ripple, which sends out a ripple of lights after the key is pressed. And a sort of snake effect. Another plus is that all of this is controlled without the use of software. There are also 8 different brightness settings, including off, that can be changed using the function key. The GRAMR uses ABS keycaps that have a fairly simple font except for a few more wildly stylized keys. All in all though, the font isn't that bad, and I personally like it that all of the secondary functions are illuminated. The keycaps are also double shot, so you won't have to worry about the characters fading over time. I will say though that quality-wise, the keycaps do feel like they belong on a $40 keyboard. This keyboard uses Outemu Switches, and you have your choice of 4 different versions: blue, brown, red, and black. Outemu Switches are Cherry MX clones, so you can expect them to perform very similarly to their more premium cousins. I consider Outemu Switches to be very decent, especially when you consider their price. The last keyboard I reviewed on the channel also had Outemu Switches, which used the blue version, and I felt that they were heavier and had a more distinct tactile bump than that of the actual Cherry MX Blue. I'll link that video in the description so that you can see the sound test and more information on that switch if you're interested. I chose to get my GRAMR with black switches, and in terms of actuation force, they feel about right. I don't notice them being much lighter or heavier than genuine Cherry MX blacks, and while the switches actually feel pretty good, you do notice a much smoother keystroke when using a genuine Cherry MX black. The difference is so minimal though, and at $40, it really is an incredible deal. Here's a quick sound test of the Drevo GRAMR with Outemu black switches. Now, if you've been wondering why some of the keys haven't been lit up, it's because the keyboard doesn't have LED indicators. Instead, the corresponding keys themselves light up when their respective modes are active. This is actually a pretty clever way to save some space, allowing the keyboard to be even more compact. In terms of extra features, there's not much to speak of. Included in the box, you do get a keycap puller, some stickers, and a quick start guide, which I actually found useful in this case for once because of how many function commands the keyboard has. Overall, I think the Drevo GRAMR is a fantastic buy for the money. The few minor gripes that I did have with the keyboard, mainly the keycaps, are still forgivable when you consider the $40 price point. Having backlighting at all on a budget keyboard with any kind of respectable switch is tough to find, let alone a few extra lighting effects. The keyboard's extra compact design makes it ideal to throw in a laptop bag or something that you could take to LAN parties. You also get to have your mouse hand a lot closer to your keyboard hand than you could with something like your standard 10-keyless keyboard. With its very affordable price tag and multiple switch options that are actually pretty good, it's easy for me to recommend this keyboard if you're looking for something good, that's compact, and on a budget. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about a keyboard with this 75% layout. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it to show your support, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here because I've got a lot more content coming your way in the near future. You can also follow me on Twitter at BrainBeanGaming, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.